Hi there! Okay, so this is my very own Things I Like video, taken of course from an idea by the fabulous Vermillion, who I promised I would actually do this for her. Never mind, that's a couple months late, at least it's here finally. I do apologize for the crazy sound quality, but I've tinkered with the camera as much as I can, and this is the very best I can get it. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road, and I'll tell you about a few things that I like. So the very first thing I have on my list right here in front of me is primates. Monkeys, lemurs, apes, all things simian, I love. I'm absolutely surrounded by all kinds of primate goodness, from cuddlies like this guy here, hello, Emily, to absolutely fantastic pieces of art that have been made for me. A very dear friend of mine who's a crazy sculptor made this for me, which is probably one of the most beautiful things that I own in the entire universe. And it is of course a mountain gorilla, which is my all-time favorite primate. Next thing on my list I have here is zombies. Pretty self-explanatory really. I really like the whole horror culture, anything with zombies being pretty much the top of the list there. You know, the shambling, flesh-eating, brain-devouring, undead, and also the more traditional voodoo, rising from the grave controlled by your voodoo priest or priestess. I love everything to do with it. George Romero obviously is, you know, the forefather of all things zombie. But I'm not going to talk anymore about George Romero because he made me very sad for Land of the Dead because that was rubbish. Next, British comedy. You can probably tell by the accent that I spent a lot of time in the UK. I moved there when I was 8, so I have a real taste for offbeat, quirky British comedy, which we in North America don't really seem to be able to reproduce in any way. One of my current favourites, obsessions, is of course Shaggy, the Mighty Boosh. It's absolutely mental, it's absolutely crazy, it makes me smile and laugh a lot, and added to that I have now become obsessed and crushing majorly on one of its stars. Ooh, there he is right there. Oh, can you see him? There we go. Yes, this gentleman here with the mustache, character named Howard Moon, real life named Gillian Barrett. He's just tall, mildly grumpy and incredibly sarcastic. Pretty much, you know, 3 things that I look for in a man. Some of my other favourites include Spaced, which of course has Simon Pegg in it, and Nick Frost. Simon Pegg I have a big love for as well. The British Office, which is, you know, obviously you've seen the American one. The American one drives me insane, but the British one I love. It's like really uncomfortable and it's just really funny. From comedy to comics, obviously, I'm a big dork. I have a massive love for reading, and as a kid it was that whole combination of being able to read and having pictures together basically instilled the love of comics that I have now. Also, they've come so far, like the artwork, the storylines, they really aren't for kids anymore, and they make me happy. It's one of those things, if I'm feeling really, you know, a little bit blue, I can go down to the comic book store, spend, you know, 15-20 minutes, doesn't have to be that long, grab a couple graphic novels, happy as Larry again. And combining my love of comics and my love of monkeys, I have this thing. This is one of my most treasured possessions. As you can see here, it is, it's Iron Monkey, like Iron Man, but in monkey form. He was drawn by Adi Granoff, who's a comic book artist. He actually did all the character design and neat technical stuff for the Iron Man movie. Swiftly moving along, so this isn't 12 days long. I'm a very artsy-fartsy person, so I love making things. I'm always sewing, drawing, painting, and this is my latest thing that I really love doing, is making fluffy toys. So you have this boy here. Yes, it's a boy, he's pink. It's allowed, boys can be pink too. Which quickly leads into one of my other likes, is cryptozoology, especially our jackalope friends here. I love jackalopes, your chupacabra the goat sucker, Bigfoot, the big black cat of the moors in the UK. All these crazy creatures that we can never find, but we're you know, sure exist. I love reading about them. Something a little bit more quirky here, a little bit, you know, weird about me. I have a big like for gas masks and respirators, like this boy here. Ooh, voila. Terribly sexy for some reason. And you can sound like Darth Vader as well, which is fantastic. Everybody needs to sound like Darth Vader every now and then. I'm a chunky lass, so obviously I like to eat. I do have a really sweet tooth, and my favourite sweets of all time, jelly beans. Can't go wrong with jelly beans. Love them so much. Got them tattooed on my leg. I'm a big music fan. Listen to music all the time, have a constant soundtrack. But I think the one thing, I'm not going to go into which bands I like and stuff, because that's just boring and no one cares and no one's heard of them anyway. But these things. Remember these? Vinyl. I don't have any 12 inches that I can show off and go, ooh, 12 inches, but I have my 7 inches here. I love the sound of vinyl, the crackles, the hiss. There's nothing quite like it. It's my housemate calling the dog in. The other thing I like about vinyl is how it comes in different colours. And of course the artwork's always bigger, so you can always love it a lot more. These are just some crappy, hardcore 7 inches that no one really cares about. I'm just going to go for 2 more things. Another big like of mine is shoes. If you have a look behind me, can you see? No. I have a whole shoe rack there. It has 12 pairs of shoes on it. I also have 2 drawers worth of shoes. I've got at least over 30 pairs of shoes. They make me happy. Most of them, like these, yeah, they're pretty, huh? Shiny, black, round toes. I'm there. I'm in heaven. And for the big finale, the one thing that keeps me smiling more than anything in the whole world right now is a very, very special thing. Let me just lock him up thing. Let me just get him. Zeus! Come here! Come here, buddy! Bear with me one sec. I think he's camera shy. Here, Spunky. And I'm back. This is Zeus. I like Zeus. He's not actually my dog, he's my housemate's dog. But when I moved in, he claimed me as his human, and we've been pretty much inseparable since. He's obviously not loving the fact that I'm holding at an awkward angle and parading him in front of the camera, but you can see he's very handsome. And we spend a lot of time together. We like to watch movies together. Zeus's favourite movies are werewolf movies, aren't they? He has a lot to say. Obviously, he's very entertaining. Quite the wit. And the philosopher. So there you go, Zeus and I are now going to go and, we're going to go and watch a werewolf movie now. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching the whole ridiculous amount of me nattering on like a crazy person, waving my hands around in the air, and generally just talking about crap. So Zeus and I say sayonara, and thumbs up. Life's good.